are back here on League on Lock, Eric and Mark, and the wait is finally over. If you're an 100 Thieves fan, Levi is coming up to the big boys. Not for week 3, but he's going to Rift Rivals as the starting jungler, and because of that, Brandini's coming in as the top laner. Someday is out. We knew they'd have to get rid of either Someday or Ryu if they wanted Levi to play. They end up going with Someday. I got to imagine that's just because they're more confident in Brandini than they are Linsanity, as opposed to Someday or Ryu. But overall, very interesting.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this one because Levi, we've been waiting forever to see him come back and play on an LCS style stage, and now it's not the LCS. It's Rift Rivals, though.
International, that's where he thrives.
Let's go and get excited for this one. It's going to be great. I'm saying it, hey, NA fanboy, Levi's going to be bodying some EU teams.
I mean, he hasn't exactly been bodying in the Academy League. He's had a lot of questionable games so far down there. But what's most compelling to me is this a change they're going to keep going into the second half of Summer Split? Is this what they're expecting their starting roster to be? People are kind of saying, oh, it's just a bit of a break for Someday and Meteos. A break? You've played 3 weeks, and Rift Rivals are in NA this time. They're in LA, so it's not like you're traveling. So I don't know if they need a break. I feel like this is maybe to just see how this roster does on an event that, sorry guys, has no meaning. Well, it's irrelevant, whereas LCS wins actually matter.
Yeah, well, I mean, it holds, if NA wins, it really does matter.
Right.
Okay, so it matters at that point.
If they lose, it's a made-up tournament.
Yeah, exactly. But in all seriousness, when you are looking at this type of move, it's important to remember that Someday has come here to North America and at times has looked exactly like you've expected him to look and has dominated with his performance, but at other times, and also, quite frequently,
That's some downs.
He's looked bad. He has looked bad compared to other top laners here like Hanser and others that have been able to take advantage of him. So I think that this is a change that is made a bit about performance to see that if Brandini can come in, he has played on the LCS stage before, and see if he does bring something else to the 100 Thieves roster, and as well allowing you, of course, to bring Levi in. He has been working on his English. If you've watched any of his streams recently, his ability to type in chat, in the in-game chat in English, pretty perfect, pretty flawless there, and very fast. So I think that you're seeing that communication, his pickup of the English language, get there, and I think that this is the chance for 100 Thieves to say, hey, let's take a look at this type of roster here without too much of an impact.
Yeah, I think there's a pretty good chance you might see this roster stay as is for the rest of Summer Split, because you're right, Levi's English and communication is incredible how much it's improved since Spring Split, and that's what 100 Thieves were hoping for. Week 3 of the LCS does get underway. It's the last week before the teams take their break for Rift Rivals. Let's take a look at some of the matchups in Week 3 for EU. And what we're doing now, Mark and I, going forward, we're a couple weeks late, but we're going to start making picks each week, and we're going to keep track of how many we get right and wrong, and then by the end of the regular season, we'll probably come up with something stupid that the loser has to do.
Yeah, like the loser has to get 4 kills and 50 CS on Darius and then have his team lose because they don't play on the top side.
That's pretty stupid. That's a pretty nasty punishment. Let's go through day 1 of EU in Week 3. You got Roccat Giants in the first matchup. Obviously, Roccat are favorites in that one, and I'm probably going with the favorites. I'm taking Roccat in that one.
Oh yeah, I'm joining you with that one. I'm staying with my boy Northscare and Roccat.
I forgot he was your boy. You guys are so close.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about that. Game 2, Schalke taking on Misfits. Misfits pretty big favorites in there. Schalke, for their roster change, they look pretty comparable to how they did last split. But despite that, I'm a fool and continue to live on this hype train that is Schalke. Even though there's way less passengers this split, I'm still hanging out in the back.
Yeah, well, in kind of the multiverse theory, I'm on a lot of hype trains. I'm definitely
got a lot of tickets, spending a lot of money.
I'm not on the Schalke hype train here. It's going to be Misfits for me in this one. I see them taking it.
Yeah, I believe in the Misfits, or not the Misfits, the Schalke hype. I really shouldn't, though. Game 3, H2K taking on Splice. Somebody is getting a win, and spoilers, it'll probably be Splice, but look at that. They're not very big favorites. They did have an insanely tough schedule to start the Summer Split, but they did lose to Unicorns. Still like Splice, though. They got to get a win soon.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. I like Splice in this one, too. They have to be finding a win here somewhere. They actually have looked pretty good in some of those losses that they have. You do say Unicorns of Love, not the greatest one there.
Not
but
good.
I still think Splice will take this one.
Unicorns taking on Vitality. Vitality had a tough 0-2 week. They got completely clobbered by Fnatic. I thought they had a really good read on the meta, but then they got completely destroyed. Still think they should beat Unicorns. I expect them to bounce back a bit in week 3.
Yeah, see, a lot of people would say that, and I normally always want to go with Vitality, but it's got to be the Unicorns of Love for me. In this one, I think that they pull off the upset. They're going to bring something sharp into this match.
You like the Rainbow Miracle
oh, absolutely.
against Vitality. I mean, who knows with what Vitality is going to pick. Sometimes it works out. Last time, the Heimer didn't work out quite as well. Last game of the day for day 1 is Fnatic G2. Obviously, match of the week. So close. You see the odds makers have Fnatic ever so slightly favored just because of how hard they dumpstered in week 3. I got G2.
See, because I've got Fnatic because you know who I believe in? Not Reckless, because I wish I could at this point, but it is Bwipo. I believe in the Bwipo god, not in the top lane. I believe in Bwipo ADC. Let's bring it on.
I expect to see them again because that's how the meta's shaping. Day 2, let's go through them real quick here. He starts off with Misfits H2K. That's an easy Misfits pick. If you pick H2K, Mark, you're insane.
Yeah, I'm not that crazy. It's Misfits.
Vitality, Schalke. I told you I'm on the hype train. Schalke's getting a 2-0 week. Vitality, I was a little discouraged by last week.
Nah, I got Vitality bouncing back after losing to the Unicorns of Love. They say, nah, this ain't an 0-2 week. We're taking this one.
Fnatic, Giants, the most lopsided matchup, according to the odds makers of the week. Probably deservedly so. I think Fnatic loses to G2, but they take it out on poor H2K.
Yeah, I've got Fnatic keeping it rolling, though. This one is going to be the 2-0 week for Fnatic.
I think they're going 1-1, but they're probably going to be completely dismantled Giants in that one. Fourth match of the day, Roccat and Splice. Look at that. That is a coin flip.
Ooh.
That is a coin flip. I think Splice goes 2-0 this week.
Ooh, and see, I want to pick Splice, but again, I got to stick with my boy, North Scarin, going with Roccat.
Okay, well, that's a close one. And then the last one, G2 Unicorns. You still believing in the Unicorn hype? Win week 1? They're not upsetting G2?
I'm jumping off for this one. It's going to be G2 coming through. Jankos, hey, he's probably going to be playing Braum jungle again.
He doesn't
Throw
want to.
him in there. G2's going to win.
He's done playing Braum. I think G2 goes to 6-0 this week, but I hope to see some diversity. No more funnel comps. I feel bad for my man Jankos. After he gave Perks that pentakill, he said, "You happy?" Yes. Good. I'm not playing Braum again. Fair enough. It's probably not the most fun champion to play as a jungler. Those are our picks for week 3. We'll recap them later next week. That's all the time for today. Eric and Mark, thank you guys for watching League Online.